We must pay homage to him.
Alita Battle Angel is the latest manga goes movie film directed by Robert Rodriguez. Similar to the source material, there's a lot to unpack from the film, and throughout this video I'll be breaking down everything that you need to know about Alita and the ending. There will of course be heavy spoilers here, so if you want to go into the film with fresh eyes, then I highly suggest that you turn off now. But for everyone else, I'm Definition and welcome to the channel where I watch it so you don't have to. The film is set in the year 2563 and follows Alita, a cyborg that houses a fully intact human brain. Alita suffers from amnesia, but after being discovered by a doctor named Dyson Ido, she slowly begins to piece together her past. Alita discovers that Ido is a hunter warrior and follows in his footsteps, registering as one even though he dissuades her against it. This sets her off on a journey to become a champion motorballer, which is a competitive sport within the land. Throughout the movie, she battles it out in tryout races, adjusts to her new body, and grows in several ways. This is very much a coming of age story that leaves one lingering plot thread for what direction the franchise could go to in the future. Sprinkled throughout the film are hints of a mysterious character named Nova. Nova is a white-haired, goggled man that speaks through the people of Iron City after possessing them. Nova is a master manipulator throughout the film due to his ability to assume others, but his identity is a closely guarded secret. By the film's close, after everything Alita has been through, she finally becomes a star motorball athlete and we see Nova looking over her. It's at this point that we discover that the character is actually played by none other than Edward Norton. Whilst the film leaves his roles and intentions ambiguous, there are several things that we can take from this appearance from looking at the source material. Obviously, you don't cast an actor like Ed Norton unless you have big plans for him, so it's pretty safe to say that he will be playing a big part in the next film should it be made. Nova is a genius with a huge intellect that specialises in nanotechnology, and this leads him to participate in many inhumane science experiments. He becomes a massive antagonist that throws many roadblocks in front of Alita, but ultimately he is completely fascinated by her. He really pushes her to her limits and often seems like he will kill her, but due to her abilities she is able to survive. Alita eventually ends up apparently killing Nova at a location known as the Granite Inn, which Nova manages to transform into a cyberspace landscape in which he possesses the abilities of a god. While she decapitates him, he eventually returns, kills Alita and then reconstructs her, and this leads to another huge face-off in which the villain ends up creating multiple versions of himself. It's a really fascinating read, and if you enjoyed the film then I highly suggest that you seek out the source material, as due to a poor box office it's unlikely that we will get a sequel. The film adaptation is faithful enough that it won't feel too jarring picking up the books, and it's definitely worth checking out if you're interested in the movie. Obviously I'd love to hear your thoughts on the film and what direction you think that the sequel will head in, if we ever get one. If you enjoyed this video then please like it and make sure you check out my breakdown of this week's other big movie, The Lego Movie 2, the second part, which will be linked at the end. This is a channel for people who are mad into movies, so if that's the kind of thing you like, hit subscribe. Thanks again for taking the time to watch this. I've been Definition, you've been the best, and I'll see you next time. Take care, peace.